welcome back to this campaign where we're playing as Italy and trying to unify the Italian kingdom. Last time around we defeated the Austrians, and since then I actually went ahead and took Innsbruck, Tyrol. The problem is, when I did that, I came in contact with the Bavarians, which immediately declared war on me, and they dragged in... let's see, who else did they drag in? Oh yes, the Kingdom of Sardinia declared war on me as well. And we have basically every single nation almost in Europe declaring war on me left and right. I think we'll be able to establish trade with the Dutch though. So, as you can see by the map, we don't have a lot of friends. We have friends with the Ottomans, but a Austro-Hungarian crusade kind of went directly to Constantinople and took that. We're sort of ish neutral with Russia, kind of friends with Sweden, and then we've got Holland. The Prussians have really started expanding, so I guess the Prussians are uniting all the Germans as well, including the Danish. We haven't really seen the British, so I imagine that they might not be clever enough to actually launch a navy. The Bavarians not that clever either, because they just passed this region and have set up in the small town of Trinnet in the musket factory right there, so I'm not entirely sure what they're doing there. My plan is either I can go and take this region and sort of take this part of Italy, which would be nice, but at the same time that would open up a front against the French, but we kind of already have a front against the French through Switzerland, so it might not make that much of a difference. I think last time actually I was able to secure a peace with the Austro-Hungarians, but they declared war again after one turn. Also, I managed to get another gentleman. However, this one is just as shit as the others, because the thing he is he's only really good at being a jeweler. So he's got a steady hand, he's got rosy cheeked, which means I guess he really likes a brisk run in the morning, and he can avoid assassination. So he's not that good at anything in terms of what's it called? In terms of technology. You're gonna see what happened here. Oh, he killed the opponent. This is kind of crazy here. We're just going through and... Did we kill him as well? Oh, he was killed as well. So now this guy is a trickster and a steady hand. So we got two duelists in Graz, in the Grand University of Graz, and they're just slaughtering every other intellectual there by constantly issuing duels to everyone. I was managed to what's it called? Repair the drill school, which means that I've been able to get a few new units: dragoons, carabinieri, Trigilatori, some kind of skirmisher, really good. They've got 69 accuracy. Fanteria di linea Svezia, so maybe Swiss troops, and that's about it. Also, the cannons were done, so we've got cannons for this army, and I've got a second army coming up as well, because we've got the Sardinian Piedmonts moving here. So since these guys are stupid enough to just sit there and not really do anything, I'm gonna ignore them for now. And instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack here and destroy this kingdom. So they don't really put up a lot against us. They've only got a lot of militia, which is just what we like. Plus, now that I've got my artillery, the tides have really turned not in my favor, because still the half the world is at war with me. But we should be able to win this battle and add another Italian territory into our fold. And so here we are on the field of battles. Field of battle. I've got my cannons right here. We're going to advance them straight forward. There wasn't really a good artillery hill here to place them on. And so we're going to advance them forwards. And it looks like the enemy is just going to sit in their position as they are right now. I'm going to get the cavalry to come kind of in the flank over here. And then my infantry will line up along the hill. We'll put the cannons in the front from a position where they will be able to actually bombard the enemy. And I think we're going to use some really heavy canister on the enemy and blow them away. So this should be a pretty easy battle to complete or win, because the enemy doesn't really have anything to put up against us, do they? Oh, here they come. We're going to switch to canister immediately. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this unit to join this side, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw these guys back in a line like that. So we're starting to spray the enemy with canister, and we're going to redraw this line a bit on an angle. The Hussar's going to sit there for a bit. We got armed citizenry actually. Those should be quite easily just run down. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. And straight ahead. Still, they're able to inflict a bit of damage, but not really enough. And I imagine we're going to break them pretty darn soon. General is going to come a bit to the side, and I'm actually going to go ahead and inspire one of the cannons. The one that is able to kind of fire both sort of basically all over the place. We're going to drag the cavalry back together, and you know what? It's all armed citizenry. You know what? There's armed citizenry all throughout everything. The militia starts here. But I want these guys to kind of turn away, so I don't ride straight into the fire like last time. Charge, men! Charge them down! Wonderful, both units are being smashed. Ride through them and start attacking here, and these two will then follow up and start to close in on the enemy. Start running up that flank. This one broke. Continue forwards, and then we're going to start to move these guys as well. The artillery is not really focusing on the right unit. They should focus on that one. They're focusing on this one, which isn't really in line with their fire. Oh, this side is actually kind of in need of some inspiring abilities of the general. Best turn the artillery a bit and just shoot everything. The cavalry is able to run through everything of this. Oh, look at this. They're about to shoot into this mess. Oh. Get the cavalry to run them all down. Okay, we got one unit that's come back.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Cannons, hold your fire. I'm gonna split up the cavalry a bit. Actually, everyone go for the general. See if you can break him up. And then these two will move in so they can help over here. And then the general should see about possibly this one is probably in need here of some inspiring so they can shoot the enemy down. I want the cavalry to get the enemy general, and then these guys shooting down the armed citizenry over there. Okay, can you actually do what I told you to do? Was it charge the general unit? Destroy them, there we go. This is probably going to cause mass rout with the entire enemy army. There we go, the general is dead. Spread them out a bit, attacking lots of different units, and there we have it. Victory, more or less. This unit is the last one to fall, and they were not prepared by it at all as cavalry struck them in the back. And there we have it. Victory over Sardinia Piedmont, or part of it at least. We still have to take the Sardinia part. We just took the Piedmont part. Heroic victory. And here we have the statistics. So 3,000 men did the enemy start with, and they lost everything, and we lost only 500 men. And our general is gaining a bit of a reputation for himself. Mentioned in dispatches, confident and a brave general. He's 51 years old though. So we'll see how long he'll be with us. And looking at this, it's about time we end the turn and see what the enemy's up to. And so we're back after that end turn. I had a bit of a problem because I had left the garrison of Innsbruck without a garrison. And when Bavaria actually went ahead and attacked it, the game crashed. So I gave it to Austria, and it seemed to have caused actually a lasting peace with them. And a few other things happened. I was able to strike a trade deal with Russia. My sort of parent nation of two Sicilies declared war on me. And what else? That's about it. Oh, Greece! Oh, they're not actually Greece. It's the Ottoman Empire's last region. They actually offered me 1,000 gold for being in an alliance with them, which I accepted. There's just fewer and fewer nations in the world as the big empires start to eat them up. We have the French advancing into here, taking Baden-Württemberg and Switzerland, and we have the German or Prussian kingdom taking Hanover and a few other places here, Denmark, and we have the Russian advancing towards the Balkans and the Austrians as well. And looking at what I need to capture here, we still have to capture the Austrian capital and Serbia, but I think I can do that in sort of one go. What we really need to do now is to take two Sicilies and the islands out here, which means that I'm gonna need a navy, and I only have trade ports, which is gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to change one of these ports to become a port where I can recruit or start getting real ships going out of. And then I'm not entirely sure, I might have to move this army. We're gonna actually move it into here first, because I think, yeah, the replenishment is better here. So we're gonna prepare an attack against the French. This army, it's gonna take too long to get it down here, so I think we can attack and actually maybe liberate Switzerland, possibly. And then I am already recruiting troops down here to prepare an army to go into Palermo and take them down, so we'll be able to win this campaign. The Kingdom of Sicily took out my navy, so now I'm no longer getting any spice, but because I hold so much of Italy, I'm actually getting quite a bit of tax money, and we still have one of my trade ships that is going to set up a coffee trade over here in Egypt. So we got that going for us, but besides that, there's not much that is going for us right now. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end the turn once more, and then we're gonna see who we're gonna attack, if we're gonna be able to attack the French, or if we're gonna attack two Sicilies. And as soon as I end turn, the Ottoman wants me to join the war against Austria. They will give me trade unions and 1,000 gold, which is not agreeable. So unfortunately, you should have been nice to us while we were small and not expect us to do these mountainous tasks when the Austrians are at war with you and you only have the Greek state left. And there we have it. I was able to organize defenses here in Naples against two Sicily, which comes with their army. It's quite an experienced army, especially the cannon, which has 65 accuracy. However, we have 3 cannons, which hopefully will be enough to suppress them. Same, the line infantry is pretty good as well compared to ours. But with that said, let's go onto the battlefield. And here we are on the battlefield. We've got a fort to protect us. I have elected to put 4 units inside. They're gonna man these cannons on the wall. We have our 3 horse-drawn artilleries, which have strategically been placed in each corner here, since we've got the enemy being able to spawn along here. 2 units on the outside on either side of the cannons to protect them, and we've got the general right there. So let's go ahead and see what the enemy has done. So they've placed their artillery there and a small contingent of troops, but the most of them are coming down this way. There's quite a bit of fire coming from our guns. Right now this one wasn't really able to fire, but it is able to fire now as the enemy moves forward. What we need to protect is the cannon, so I'm gonna move this unit closer to this one. And we're gonna spread out the unit for as long as possible. Looks like they might be going for my generals. I'm gonna form square. And then we're gonna form these guys on an angle towards the enemy. And the cavalry runs into quite the difficulty as they charge into massive amounts of fire here. The enemy is closing in quite rapidly, and I think it's time the cannon switched to canister. We're gonna drop the square and we're gonna get the line closer to the cannon, and then the other line to move up with it. And over here the cavalry was able to strike, but I don't think they will be able to hold on there for too long. Fire straight onto that line immediately. Blow that away. The enemy is charging straight ahead against the lines. Let's see if we're able to break that one. We were able to fire a mighty amount of canister on them. You know what? I'm gonna counter charge, trying to keep the enemy away from the cannons, hoping that we will be able to reload and fire before the enemy is able to contact and destroy our unit here. Canister is firing all over the place. Same over here. Come on, get this there, nice. We got one shot off into there. And it kind of breaks those units. Okay, I want you guys to retreat. And then I want this unit to come up around. The guys on these walls are not really needed. So why don't you get down there towards the gate. Cannons are really important since it takes so long to actually recruit. Okay, I'm gonna get these two to back down over here. The general to follow behind. These guys, how about you run inside? Let's see. Oh, did that oh, they did manage to get away, kind of ish. Oh, they just broke down the wall there. Luckily this unit managed to get away, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put them here on the very edge, hoping to fire upon the enemy as they move around. I'm surprised that this unit, I guess it must have been focusing here, because I don't think normally they're able to shoot down the walls that quickly. Oh, they're gonna climb here? Well, then we might as well move this unit, because right now at the position it's in now isn't really able to provide any fire against the enemy. Nicely done, keep up the fire there. And these idiots are trying to climb the wall while we are firing right at them. We got another unit coming in there. What do we have? We have one unit coming in over here. But we're holding on, we're holding on. If necessary, what I'll do is I'll actually reposition this one, and I can place it here with canister ready to bombard the enemy that's coming down that way. And what we need to do is stop the enemy from coming in through the opening. So this unit is going to form right there. Are the enemy cannons firing-ish here-ish? No, not right now. Right, the cannons are ready. And they're going to be placed right there. And this unit will make room for them. Ready to pour down canister upon the enemy. Oh, we defeated the enemy that was trying to climb over here. So this unit will now move over to this, stand right over the gate. The smaller cannon unit there will stand there. And we've got a bit of a fight down here where the wall has broken down. Interesting position the enemy has chosen to make their stand in. We're going to move the cannons a bit more forwards. And I'm going to hold it there. And unlimber, ready to fire canister. I think this unit is winning, but let's make sure by inspiring them. So they're actually trying to just shoot down the guys on the wall, which doesn't seem to work really. And the guys that tried to come through here didn't really go well for them as well. And I think we've got the canister about. Yes, the canister is now going. And I'm gonna give them a target because they would seem to be firing at these guys when they should fire against the blob. So hopefully we'll get some fire right in. Yes, we're about to get some fire right upon the blob here. I think I need to refocus it once more. Oh, there we go. And some nice canister broke the unit. And I'm gonna refocus the canister once more to go straight through here. Oh, the enemy is charging. We're gonna actually tell these men to hold fire. Reload, be ready once the enemy gets closer. And then I'm gonna tell them to open fire all at once. Let's see, everyone is about ready. Good. Ready. Fired well. Boom! And they lost about half the unit. And then the officers actually managed to shoot one of their guys. And that forced the unit to break apart. Switch to a round shot and open up on that artillery piece. Okay, so most of the enemy army is actually stationed out here and it's slowly getting shot to pieces about from the guys on the wall. what we're gonna do is we're gonna reposition this one to charge out of the gate and then open up on these guys, destroy them that way. Artillery is in an artillery duel now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspire that artillery piece. This one that doesn't have any shots left is going to move forward, or is going to move to protect the cannon, while this one moves forward to make sure that we're able to take down the enemy artillery. Okay, these guys are ready. Now I want them to charge out of the gate and set up to be able to shoot those guys down. Let's see, the Inspire ability is ready to come online again. There we go. Inspire the artillery. Should be enough to destroy the enemy artillery piece. And then I want these guys to line up and start shooting down through there. So we've taken out one of the artillery pieces, which is nice. And we got an enemy line unit, so it's time to line up and prepare for a fight. Same time, this unit's opening up and destroying these two units here, which won't be able to stand against all the fire coming from both up the wall and from the flank. And soon this battle is won. And we're gonna have plenty enough troops to continue the campaign on to the enemy homeland. And we got cannons as well. Hopefully all 3 units survive this. And so I'll be able to use all of them against the enemy. And hopefully at some point I will be able to secure peace with quite a few of the major nations. So I've kind of got peace with the Austro-Hungarians, but I imagine it's not going to hold for that long. Eventually, I imagine the Austro-Hungarians are going to go ahead and declare war on me again. And that's going to be a trouble. But so far, we haven't really... The only nation we've faced in battle is really the Austro-Hungarians, but they haven't really sent any major full stacks coming our way. So it hasn't been that bad as of yet. And there we won. We won the battle in 2 Sicilies. Their army was defeated. And we stand victorious. And here we have the statistics. I lost about maybe a little less than half. Luckily for me though, all 3 cannons survived, and we got some nice experience for most of the units. And we should be ready to march on and attack the 2 Sicilies pretty darn soon. But it's a bad situation we have right now, with so many nations at war with us. And as you can see, I've set up the coffee trade right here, and we got another ship coming in. It's gonna set up more coffee trade. But so the idea then being that this army is going to march down here and take that, which will be nice. And the only thing, I need that one, and then Serbia, and then Austria-Hungary, which I can just do a quick march up here. Oh, interesting, Viennese Theatre. I don't think I've seen that as a special building. And interestingly enough, the French haven't even come through here, which I imagine they would. There is a possibility, of course, of us moving up and attacking here, but right now they're not really moving against us here, so it might be a time to just focus in on the navy so we can take these provinces right here. Anyways, this will be it for this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!